The echoes of Vegito's victory had barely faded when the sky above Philadelphia ripped open once more. This time the energy signature was different, ancient, and overwhelmingly powerful. Instead of one figure, 3 beings emerged, their forms shimmering with an ethereal light. The first was a woman of regal bearing, clad in flowing white robes, her eyes glowing with the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes. Beside her stood a warrior draped in shadows, his face obscured by a dark hood, but the malevolent aura radiating from him sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest onlookers. The last figure was the most imposing, a colossal being wreathed in flames, his eyes burning like molten gold. Vegito, sensing their immense power, took a fighting stance, his expression a mixture of excitement and wariness. "Who are you?" he demanded, his voice echoing through the shattered cityscape. The woman stepped forward, her voice resonating with an otherworldly calm. "We are the primordials, beings who predate your gods, who shaped the very fabric of this reality." The shadowed figure chuckled, a sound like dry leaves crunching underfoot. "And we have been watching your little performance, Saiyan. Amusing, but ultimately insignificant." Vegito bristled. "Insignificant? I defeated your so-called gods." The fiery giant boomed, his voice shaking the ground. "Those gods are but children playing with powers they barely understand. You have challenged the fledglings. Now face the true masters of this realm." Vegito, never one to back down from a challenge, grinned. "Bring it on. I'll take you all on." The primordials exchanged glances, a silent communication passing between them. Then the woman raised her hand, and a wave of pure energy washed over Vegito, pinning him in place. He struggled against it, his muscles straining, but the power was overwhelming. "You misunderstand," the woman said, her voice laced with pity. "This is not a fight you can win. We are not here to destroy, but to correct. Your interference in the natural order has caused an imbalance, and we are here to restore it." Vegito, trapped and helpless, could only watch as the shadowed figure stepped forward. "Your power is impressive, Saiyan," he hissed, "but it is a wild, untamed force, a danger to this reality and to yourself. We will absorb it, refine it, and use it to restore equilibrium." The shadowy figure reached out, his hand passing through Vegito's chest. The Saiyan cried out in pain as his energy, the very essence of his being, was ripped from him. He felt his strength draining away, his Super Saiyan form flickering and fading. The primordials absorbed Vegito's power, their own auras growing brighter, their forms becoming more defined. The woman's eyes glowed with renewed vitality. The warrior's shadows deepened, and the fiery giant's flames roared with increased intensity. Vegito, now a mere shadow of his former self, collapsed to his knees, his body trembling with exhaustion. He looked up at the primordials, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and defiance. What are you going to do with me?" The woman smiled, a chillingly benevolent expression. "You have served your purpose, Saiyan. You will be returned to your own reality, a lesson learned, a power diminished, and the world will once again find its balance." With a wave of her hand, another rift opened in the sky, and Vegito was pulled towards it, his body disappearing into the swirling vortex. As the tier in reality closed, the primordials turned their attention to the world below, their eyes filled with an ancient, inscrutable purpose. The gods of this realm had been humbled, a Saiyan warrior had been stripped of his power, and the primordials, the true masters of reality, had returned.